All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into the Community News Comedy Calendar. This show where every single week we go through what's happening, what happened, and what's going to be coming up in South Florida comedy. I'm your host, as I am every week, Sebastian Alvarez. You can catch me on Instagram right there, as it says, at Sebi the Comedian. You can catch me at the Improv running the front of the house, and you can also catch me all across South Florida doing stand-up on a week-to-week basis. I am joined every single week by my co-host, Art Roche. How are we doing today, Art?
I'm doing pretty good, Sebi. It's going to be a Miami Christmas this week, so I'm very excited for it. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. This haircut's looking better and better every week. We still haven't found the dog groomer that's willing to do it live on the show, but we're getting there.
We're trying our best, and cat groomers are also welcome because it is a meow meow Christmas. That is very true. Going into last week in South Florida comedy, guys, it was such a fun weekend and week of shows. Starting off the week on Monday, like we talked about here on the show last week, we had Bay Club, and me and Art did our debuts over at the spot, and man, could it have gone any better, I think?
No. I was looking forward to this all year. It was the last show of the year, so you can pick up Bay Club again next year in 2025.
Yeah.
But it ended with a big bang. We had Clyde Gordon as the headliner.
Who killed it.
Yeah. You and I performed. We had our friend JP there as well. And we've had a special guest, Grace Kelly, who showed up and did some time. So really, really good show. I couldn't pick a better one for us to do it as a first-timer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Shout out to Will and Alex, who make sure that show happens every single other Monday over at Miami Beach. Big shout out and to the whole team over there at Bay Club. They absolutely kill it. The staff, everybody, the pizza. We had a little bit of the pizza.
Yep.
It was worth the actual wait and the hype. It actually lived up to the hype there, which was crazy because I had a few people the day before when I was out at the mics being like, "Oh, if you've never done Bay Club, you gotta have the pizza. You gotta have the pizza. You gotta have the pizza." So I was like, "Man, I got to," and I got it, and it was worth it.
Well, Pizza or Comedy was one of the best clips from last week's show when we were shouting them out. So,
right.
Yeah, so
That's
good
true.
point.
That's true. Also, last week over at the Improv, the entire weekend was encompassed by our boy Mr. Red, who absolutely came through and destroyed. Man, I love seeing Mr. Red do his thing because he's so effortless on stage. He just gets up there, he tells his stories, he tells his jokes, and as comics, we see some guys go out and do the mics every single day, every single week. They're doing their thing, they're working out this material. Mr. Red pretty much only gets up and does his thing when he's either at the Improv or doing smaller shows. He's not as active in terms of doing stand-up all the time, and it's absolutely mind-blowing to see him come out with a new hour every 6 months and do his thing at the Improv. Absolutely. And his people come out and support him, and it's just something we love to see there. We had Luis Diaz opening as well the whole weekend, did his thing, and actually on Saturday, our boy Marcos, Art God Savvy on Instagram. If you don't follow him on Instagram, definitely give Art God an absolute follow because not only is his music good, but his skits are freaking hilarious. Yep. But he was able to actually open up and do his thing. He hosted the Saturday shows, and it was just so much fun. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that we love. Our people on stage. I mean, Lewis and Red are our family at the Improv as well, so seeing them go up and kill it, I mean, it couldn't have been a more fun weekend to head into the holiday season.
Yeah, and really, it was like a double banger because you got Luis Diaz did at least 30 minutes each show. Just of brand new material stuff he's been working through. And then you had Mr. Red come on and do an hour, and the people ate it up. It was amazing.
I couldn't have asked for a more fun weekend, honestly, with everybody there. And it was a great time. Shout out to Mr. Red. Shout out to his whole team as well. Everybody, JC, his manager, and the guys who make sure that show happens. We are going to get him on the show at some point for sure to talk a little bit about his career and kind of what he's doing in stand-up and in comedy right now. Him, Lewis, all those guys are eventually going to be on the show at some point. So definitely keep an eye out for those interviews. We are trying desperately to work it out to get them in their busy schedules lined up with us, Can't knock him for that. Going into this week, though, in South Florida comedy, it's going to be an amazing week, even though it is a holiday week, and there's going to be a little chunk in the middle that's going to be encompassed by some of the biggest holidays of the year in terms of Christmas Eve and Christmas. We still have a lot of comedy, believe it or not, packed out for you at both Miami and Dania Beach. Those shows that we have coming through on the weekend are incredible, and starting off the week, you have some local stuff that you can enjoy. So tonight, on Monday, you can either be over at Thank You Miami, which is one of our favorite spots always. As you know, I got my loaded fries on that menu. You can get Seba's loaded fries over there at Thank You. We love Alex and we love what he does out there. And Daniela, who's running the show, who's booked an incredible lineup because it's got our boy, Art Roche, right here. He's going to be on the show. Also, our good friend Jay Millie, who runs Master Debaters at Eddie's every Wednesday, who's doing that thing. Go follow Master Debaters. Also, one of our guys who works at the Improv. He's one of our boys. And Paco is going to be up there as well. One of the newer up-and-comer guys guys who's starting out in comedy. Good to see him booked on that Thank You Miami lineup. So big shout out to that lineup. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's at 9 p.m. at Thank You Miami. You guys already know. If you want to go out there, hit it up. Alex will treat you like family, and the food is fantastic. Yeah. Anything else to add to that, Art?
Yeah, I want to say big thank you to Daniela. I love doing Thank You Miami, so every time she books me there, I'm going to come and I'm going to swing for the fences. I'm happy to see Paco on the flyer. He's a relatively new comedian doing his thing. So, and of course, Jay Millie, one of the best. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think it'll be the last time we'll be at Thank You this year. Yeah. So come out, have fun with us. No one should have work when kids are off school. So come out.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. It's going to be a lot of fun over there at Thank You on Monday night. Again, 9 p.m. Be over there. The other show that we got going on tonight is actually a bit of a special event, a bit of a different style show. We got almost 20 comics booked on this amazing fundraiser that we got going on at Cua Ocho tonight. It is going to be, if you could throw up the flyer there, it is going to be a fundraiser that is going to be raising money for the blind and visually impaired. The man who's putting on the actual production, he is a doctor who works in stem cells, who, is working in the front lines of trying to create the ability for people who have blind vision or vision impairedness to be able to come back. And I think it's something that's absolutely great that we are doing this, bringing comedy and fundraising and a good cause all together on one night. It's going to be a bit of a roast, and they're roasting, very interestingly, they're roasting Marilyn Monroe. So she's obviously not going to be there, but every comic is going to be able to give a little bit of their insight. They're going to have a little bit of that going on. They're going to be roasting the celebrity that is Marilyn Monroe, and then they're also going to be doing some stand-up and doing some just general quibs with the audience and making sure that everyone's having a good time.
Well, I'm guessing the comedians are going to be roasting each other as well, like just naturally, because put it on a stage and you're going to be...
Of course. So if you actually throw up that the flyer one more time, I want to try and run through. Let me see if I can get this. We got Bradless, we got Eddie, we got Brian G, we got Hitman, we got Big Pedro, we got Michelle Castro, Chris Cilio, Chris Renoir, Wynton Francis, Tarno, Mars, Ben Smith, Felipe Fuentes, Metal Damien, Grace Kelly, who is the person who's kind of the production mouthpiece for this entire production, who's been putting everything together. Big shout out to Grace. We got Katie Lyons, Sergio, and Shannon. So, wow, what a long lineup of comedians, but an absolutely jam-packed lineup of comedians who are all going to be going out there and giving their all, doing their best to try and make you guys have a fantastic night. And if you want to come, there is an RSVP list. So they do have a limited quantity of people that they can have at the show. There is a limit, and they want to be able to accommodate everybody who does come. So they're having an idea of the numbers is important. So if you do want to come, by all means, go to OG Comedy, which is Grace Kelly's Instagram. She has the link to the actual sign-up sheet where you can RSVP and you can get that done. Some of the comics may also have it on their stories. So if you follow any of those comics, you can maybe check out their stories and see if they have it linked there as well. But definitely RSVP if you're interested in the show, because although it is a charity event and it is free, they do have certain parameters and restrictions. Okay. But I am really looking forward to this. I'm going to be there supporting the show. I'm really going to have... I'm going to be seeing what goes down, because they have other things that aren't just comedy too. They got like a live animal show. They have some other acts that aren't comedy related that are going to be going up as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, but that's going to be this Monday. That is tonight at 8 p.m. over at Cua Ocho on Calle Ocho. So that is number one on the list for this week's comedy. Going into tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting night because it is Nochebuena for a lot of us. It is Christmas Eve for everybody. So I do want to preface that there aren't that many shows going on. Right. We know a lot of people are going to be out with the family. We know a lot of people are going to be celebrating with themselves, but
we're off on the improv from the improv.
Well, yeah, we're off from the improv, of course, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So there's nothing going on over there. We do have one show happening at Wynwood. If you get off your family, festivities a little bit early, or if you don't have a family to go and hang out with, come and enjoy comedy and let comedy and DCC be your family for the evening, because we got our boys over at Smugglers. We got Adrian Hernandez hosting, Jose Rojas, Eddie Pierre. We got a few other people that are going to be on that lineup there that are going to be performing and having a great time with you guys on that Christmas Eve night. So it starts at 8 p.m. It's in Wynwood. I won't be there. Art may not be there, but by all means, whoever is going to be there is going to make sure that it's a party. So definitely go out there to Smugglers if you don't have anything else going on with the fam on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I will tell you, I probably will be there, because by the time 8 p.m. turns around, the house quiets down and I get itchy. I want to get out there and do some comedy. So
Sure.
So Noche Buena or not, I might come with a full belly and do some comedy at Smugglers.
Hey, there you go. So you might catch Art out there at Smugglers, guys, if you are out there. I won't be there, unfortunately, because I am going to Fleming's. So, sorry, Smugglers. I love the food there, but you can't compete. You can't compete. Moving on, though, to Wednesday, that is Christmas. I will say Merry Christmas once to everybody who is out there, the Comedy Calendar fans. This has been such an amazing run that we've been on recently, and just getting everything going with the Comedy Calendar, and the support that we've seen from you guys in the community has been absolutely amazing. So a big thank you to you guys, and a Merry Christmas to you and yours if you are celebrating.
Absolutely. I'll second that, Sebastian. There's no better gift that I've received this year than
your haircut?
Well, we'll figure that out. If we can figure it out before the end of the year, that'll be the best.
The cat shirt.
No, the cat shirt I've had for a couple of years already.
That's not new.
But the best gift has been this podcast, just working with the whole team, working with you, with the studio. Many more things to come in 2025, so I'm excited for it. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody.
Heck yeah. Moving on to Thursday, though, we are coming back into the week after Christmas for a little bit of an intense weekend of insane headliners and comics, both here and in Dania. If you want to go out this weekend, if you didn't have plans, if your family's out of town because it's the holidays, or whatever the case may be, you are going to be taken care of at the Miami Improv and at the Dania Beach Improv. So starting off on Thursday and Friday at Miami, we got Carlos Mencia coming through. And guys, when I tell you, Carlos Mencia is... I know he's gotten a lot of flack. People don't like him. They say he's a joke thief. They say he's this. They say he's that. Guys, he is doing a brand new hour of material right now that he's never done before, that is going to be not just hilarious in its own right, but it's also going to be a party at the Miami Improv. Because one thing, I've seen Carlos Mencia come through. When the show finishes, when he runs out of material, guess what? He goes into party mode. Everybody starts dancing, the music starts playing, they start doing karaoke with everybody, and Carlos will go. He'll just run. He gives you the bang for your buck. I'm telling you, if you want to see a real experience in a comedy club, Carlos Mencia, look no further.
Yeah, it's one of the shows I'm looking forward to. I mean, as far as everyone that works there, I haven't seen him perform live yet. I've heard amazing things from, when he performed at the Comedy Inn, when he was here at the Improv last time. So I'm looking forward to it. I like a entertainer, and that's what it's going to be. So
I can't wait. It's always fun when Carlos Mencia comes through. It's always good vibes, and I'm looking forward to seeing him and hopefully getting a little shout out and taking some pictures for the Comedy Calendar with him. That would be really cool. Thursday through Friday at the Dania Beach Improv, though, we have another banger of a headliner, and that is Cam Patterson coming back to Florida, doing his thing. Probably going to be sold out, so if there are tickets available now, I would scoop them up as soon as possible on DaniaBeachImprov.com. Remember, don't go to any third parties to purchase any tickets for any of the improv locations. So go to that website and see if there's tickets available. If there are, I highly recommend scooping it up, because Cam Patterson, as you know, he's famous from Kill Tony, but before he was on Kill Tony, he was a regular traveling comedian doing his thing, had established himself as one of the funniest people in Tampa. So this guy has been around the block. He's not just this new flash in the pan kind of comedian. He is going to come out with some banger material. He's going to come out and probably roast the audience a little bit. So it's going to be just so much fun. If I could go, if I wasn't working because of the crazy shows we have at the Improv, I would 100% be up in Dania Beach watching Cam Patterson.
Yeah, all the Broward people I know, I'm recommending they get to the show. I checked this morning, one of the shows was already completely sold out. The second one was about to sell out, and the only one that still had some tickets was the 26th.
Heard that. So yeah, so if you guys are interested, definitely scoop those tickets up now. Moving on to the weekend, though, at the Miami Improv, that would be Saturday and the extended weekend kind of through Tuesday, because we are going to be having this same comedian on New Year's Eve. The whole weekend is encompassed by the absolute legend, Chrissy D, Chris DiStefano. That man who has been blowing up all over social media. I mean, he's been in the game for so long, but it feels like just in the last year and a half, 2 years, he has just become like this stalwart of comedy, and he's just been in everyone's face constantly. So I'm super excited for this. I've never seen Chris live. I mean, I don't know what to expect. He's going to be probably working out some new material that's going to be in a future special. And we're going to be bringing in the new year with him. So on the 31st, Tuesday the 31st, there are still tickets available, guys. Go on the website and definitely scoop them up and try and get it so that if you want to celebrate the New Year's, we do a whole toast, we do a whole thing to ring in the New Year with everybody. So by all means, come out, enjoy the show. I'm looking forward to this. The whole staff is looking forward to this. I can't wait.
Yeah, and I say, Chris, obviously, I have never seen him live, but just following him the last couple of years, the guy's on every podcast. He has like 3 podcasts that he's a part of, and the guy just kills it. I mean, he's hilarious.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to who's coming to the Dania Beach Improv, because I remember when he came through Miami, I helped him out. I got to meet him a little bit, got to interact with him, and he was one of the nicest comics that I've ever met and one of the coolest guys. To this day, I'll still message him something on like a story, and he'll reply back because he's just so down to earth, and he's completely blown up since he was here at the Improv last. And that's Morgan J. Sorry, guys, it's sold out. If you didn't get tickets, you can't get tickets anymore. Every single show is sold out. The auto-tune sensation, the man, the myth, the legend. If you've seen him on TikTok, if you've seen him on Instagram, you know exactly what this show is going to be about. And he delivers, guys. I haven't had as much fun at a show than Morgan J. If you don't know about him, he does his whole show with auto-tune, and he sings, he brings the crowd into it. He has the crowd do auto-tune. He does all these different aspects to making the show kind of elevate and be a little more entertaining. He delivers it. Yeah. And I couldn't be happier for him coming back down and absolutely selling out multiple shows over a weekend. He will also be ringing in the New Year in Dania Beach. It is sold out, but he will be doing the same thing that Chris is doing in Miami up in Dania Beach. So on Tuesday, if there maybe are tickets available, if you want to go do standby or something, you can pull up to the Dania Beach Improv, but that would be it.
Yeah. I'll say this about Morgan J. The first time he hit my radar was when you got to meet him, and you've spoken so well of him, and in doing some research and kind of keeping up with him, he's not only sold out here in Dania, every single one of his shows until April has been sold out. So this guy is killing it. They're adding new shows every single city that he's doing. They're adding new shows. Maybe they'll add some new ones to this one, but the guy's selling out. So what he's doing it well.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, if I wasn't working at the Miami Improv, I would be at the Dania Improv this weekend because of how good those shows are and how good that lineup is. Moving on to Sunday, though, I want to really quickly go back a little bit and talk about a matinee show that we're going to be having on the 29th. I'm really looking forward to this. It is, I believe, the 3rd installation of the Bad Bitch Brunch, presented by Brittany Brave over at the Miami Improv. I am so excited for this. It is always a party at the Miami Improv at 3 p.m. and I'm really excited because of the lineup. I love the women that she has booked for this lineup. They are so much fun. You got Abby Ballin, Ellie Rodriguez, and Connie Fernandez. Really looking forward to seeing them do their thing. Brittany is killing it. She's actually going to be moving up to New York very soon and going to be based in New York very soon. So she's going to be less available down here for you guys. She's been, one of Miami's best comics over the last couple years, and now she's moving out. So one of her last productions she has in Miami before she moves is going to be this Bad Bitch Brunch. So definitely, if you support Brittany, if you're a fan of hers, come out and watch the show. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, she has basically might be one of the last ones. This is volume 5, as she called it on the advertisement. Yeah. But it might be one of the last ones for a while, and she hasn't done one in a while. So she's getting the girls all back together. It's going to be killer. I will say this. I do think Brittany will be doing these in New York because she's already she's taken them outside of the city before. I think she did one in Detroit recently. So she's done them outside of Miami before. So if I know Brittany, I know that there will be Bad Bitch Brunches in New York. Look out, New York. But unless you're willing to fly out there to catch them here in Miami, you got to come out this weekend.
This will not be the last you hear of the Bad Bitch Brunch. Is all I'm trying to say. Big shout out to Brittany and everything that she's actually done in South Florida comedy. 100%.
This Sunday, December 30th, there is one other show at the Dania Improv. It's going to be Have Nots Live with Dom P and our very good friend here, Sebi, will be there performing. Yeah, but that's on Monday, not Sunday. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so that will be talked about next week on next week's comedy calendar. That's right. Art, you sometimes get ahead of yourself here. Art looked at me as if I was forgetting something. Like, I didn't know I was on my own show next week on Monday. And then he throws me with a curveball like, it's on Sunday? Come on. It's not on Sunday. The 31st would be New Year's, which is 30th. You're Tuesday. Right. So the 30th is Monday. You're right. My bad. I make mistakes sometimes. Interesting. It's the first time I've ever heard Art say he's made a mistake in person, in the flesh. We have it recorded here on the comedy calendar, true. Guys. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Wow. I thought I was just going to get Art wearing a cat shirt on camera today, but I got him saying he was wrong. Please, we are going to be sending this out. That's a clip.
That is a clip right there. So next week, you can hear me talk about the lineup and the amazing comics that we got on that Have Not show. Big shout out to Dom P, Nadeem, I believe Manny Garvito and Carl Remy are on that show as well. So it's going to be a fantastic lineup. I believe I'm probably going to end up hosting. I think that's what the duties that I have been assigned. So I'm looking forward to that. But you'll hear more about that and be able to see the flyer next week. Before we get out of here, though, I have one huge special announcement that I would like to make. As we always say on the comedy calendar, you know, we talk about what's happening, what's happened, and what's coming up at the Miami Improv or in South Florida comedy in general. And we have something coming up that is worth note that you guys need to know about right now. And that is in February, on the 17th and 18th, it's a Monday and Tuesday, one show each night only at 7 p.m. at the Miami Improv. We have the legend. Put it up there. Louis C.K., baby. He's coming to the Improv, and I am absolutely through the moon. I've known about this for a little bit, and I've been teasing. I've been, chomping at the bit, just trying to keep that inside the news that we do have the absolute legend Louis C.K. coming through, and it's Louis C.K. doing new material, working out new material. That's literally the name of the show. Yep. So if you come, you can expect to not be able to use your phone because guess what? We're locking up your phones in garner bags. So when you come, or Garland bags, sorry. So when you come, we're going to throw your phones into a little bag. You're not going to be able to text nobody. You're not going to be able to take pictures. Everybody is going to be locked in on these shows. Yep. And these shows will be sold out. Yeah. So we are letting you know now because they just went on sale. There is plenty of ticket availability as we speak, but there won't be. The more this gets produced, the more this gets promoted, the minute Louis puts it on his page, it's going to be done. So, guys, we're letting you know now as an inside scoop here on the comedy calendar to get tickets for Louis C.K. Don't call me. Yeah. Don't call Art. Don't send an email to the Improv. Hey, it's sold out. What do we do? We let you know right now. Yep. We don't have any comps. We don't have any space. We don't have availability. Don't ask. I already know. I've already seen the movie. I've been there. I've done that. Okay? But we're letting you know now so you can get tickets. And if you do get tickets, then I want you to reach out to me and or Art, and we can talk to you about packages and different deals that we have in terms of getting you guys better seats for the show. So if you get tickets, reach out to us. We'll do the best that we can to accommodate you at that point. But to all of our comedy fans out there, Louis C.K. is coming to the Improv the 17th and 18th of February. Also, remember, do not buy tickets anywhere else other than MiamiImprov.com because we are not going to accept those tickets at the door and we're going to kick you to the curb. We have no shame. No shame. I don't care. It says it on our website. It says it on the tickets. We don't care. Get your tickets through Miami Improv and by all means come out because I'm good. I'm beyond excited for the show. I couldn't be more. I haven't been this excited for any comic who's ever come through in the 3 years that I've worked at the Improv. Yeah,
and this is literally the first show where we've been able to share this news. So I know the last couple of days we've been wanting to tell everybody, and now here it is. You know, this is the master that I've been talking about coming next year, and this is just it's not even 2025 yet, and this got announced. So I can't imagine what other stuff is going to be coming up next year.
Yeah, 100%. I'm seriously looking forward to this, guys. I couldn't be happier for this. So definitely go online, go to MiamiImprov.com and check that out and get your tickets right now. Before we get out of here, though, guys, I wanted to really quickly give a quick platform and a quick thank you, Christmas thank you, per se, to some of the people that have always been around and the people that aren't in front of the camera ever, but are always behind the cameras and behind the screens that make this show tick and run. Could we quickly get Julian, Dan, and Ray? Could you come up here? Ray, could you switch that to the wide shot?
Perfect.
Wait.
There we go. Huge shout out, guys. Thank you so much for everything you do for the show, man.
Thank you guys, man. You guys, we cannot do this without you guys. You're amazing. And Ray,
Julian does our editing. He's the master audio extraordinaire. We got Dan, who does all of our pictures. That's Dark Vision that you've seen us shout out all the good pictures we take. And of course, we have the amazing Rachel, who is our producer extraordinaire, who's always behind the cameras, who sets up the cameras. I'm not doing it now. That's why it looks like poo-poo. Like sets up all the cameras, the lights, the everything. She edits it. She's the wizard witch who makes the magic happen behind this show. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.